Mirror moments. When Dakota met Jamie again, and her heart forgot to beat. I thought I was strong. Until that night. 5 years had passed. I thought I had closed that chapter, the chapter called Jamie Dornan. I had left Los Angeles for a quieter life in Europe, had found new rhythms, new goals, new people. I thought time had helped me heal. Or at least, I had learned to live without him. I had kept my word in our last meeting. Not looking for him, not following him, not looking back. I thought I was strong enough to keep my heart in the right place. But that night, in a quiet living room, when I turned on the TV just to have some sound to fill the silence, everything I believed in collapsed in a second. His name comes on, and I don't have time to turn off the TV. It's a live interview show. I wasn't going to watch. But then the host suddenly says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamie Dornan." I sit up. My body freezes. My heart sinks to my chest. No. I whisper to myself. Not tonight, not now. But the screen comes on. And there he is. Jamie. After 5 years. With slightly longer hair, more mature eyes, and a small smile that I still remember in detail. I put my hand to my mouth, an instinctive action to keep myself from making any sound. But I can't control my racing heart. Oh God! I thought I'd forgotten how to hurt like this. Jamie sitting there, and every memories fall back. Jamie didn't look at me, of course he couldn't. But when he looked into the camera, his eyes were the same as they were on the Silver Lake finale. Calm. Deep. Sad. And knew how to break me. The host asked simple questions. About his career, about his new project, about his family. Jamie answered in a deep voice that millions loved. But I couldn't hear what he said. I only heard my heartbeat. And heard things no one else could hear. Jamie, you're different, but you're still you. I thought I'd turn on the TV right away. But I couldn't. I was stuck, between the past and the present, between the person I once knew and the person standing before my eyes. Then the host suddenly asked about connections that never have to be explained. Jamie, in the past, you've said that some connections don't need to be defined. Can you elaborate? My heart pounded so hard it hurt. Jamie lowered his head slightly. His breathing changed. I knew it immediately. I knew he was about to say something sincere. Then he said, I think there are people who come into our lives at the right time. They don't stay forever. But they leave something that we always carry. I put my hand to my chest, trying to calm myself. Jamie continued. And sometimes, that's the strongest connection. Not love. Not friendship. Just a truth that no one can replace. A tear fell down my cheek. I didn't cry out loud. I didn't shake. Just quietly, as if my heart was remembering how it broke. Jamie mentions a beautiful chapter, and I stops breath. The host continues. Do you think you've ever met anyone like that? Jamie looks into the distance, his eyes seeming to go back into the distant past. Then he says, very quietly. Yes. She was a beautiful chapter. The word, she, makes me tremble. I know exactly who he's talking about. Not out of confidence. Not out of delusion. But because no one makes him speak in that tone, except me. It's the voice of someone telling a truth he's buried for years. I feel like we're both speaking to each other through a screen. I lean forward, my heart pounding. Jamie continued. That connection doesn't need to be rekindled. It just needs to be honored. I bit my lip, feeling like someone had touched an old wound that I knew well but still hurt like the first time. Then he concluded. And I hope she knows that I carry that with me, in a beautiful place. I whispered. You too, Jamie? No one listened. Only the empty room. Tuck, the host asks a question that makes my entire body numb. If she were watching this tonight, what would you say to her? I put my hand to my mouth. No. Don't. Jamie, don't. But he looked straight into the camera. Looking at me the way he used to look at me, looking like we were the only two people in the world. And he said, I hope she knows. I haven't forgotten. My heart dropped out of my chest. Jamie continued. We let it end at the right time. But that, right, doesn't make it any less beautiful. I started to cry for real. Not painful tears, but tears of truth too big to contain. This moment, I want to call you, but when the show ended, I was still sitting in my chair, my hands shaking slightly. I wanted to pick up the phone. I wanted to write. Jamie, I watched. Tonight, you made me remember everything. You're still a beautiful chapter in my life. But I didn't. Not because I was afraid, but because I knew what he meant. Some chapters are only beautiful when kept in their proper place. And if I contacted, we could ruin that beauty. So I just put my hand on the off TV screen. The screen was still hot. I whispered. I still carry you. Always. After the emotional break, a strange peace covers me. I wipe away my tears. Take a breath. And sit back in my chair like someone who has just been through a heavy rainstorm. And strangely, I feel peace. Not the peace of letting go. Not the peace of forgetting. But the peace of understanding. We loved, in a different way than love. And that is enough. Jamie said his thing. I listened. And my heart, though trembling, thanked him for it. A beautiful connection, keeping inclusive. That night, before turning off all the lights in the house, I stood in front of the window watching the rain fall outside. I put my hand on my heart and whispered, Jamie, if you really haven't forgotten, then neither have I. No need to meet again. No need to say more. No need for a new ending. Just know that in this big world, we once understood each other in a way that no one else could. And that will forever be just the two of us. A beautiful chapter. Not torn away. Not rewritten. Just kept intact, in each person's heart.